Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, my brothers and sisters, today is Election Day. Get out and vote if you have not. There is still time. Make your voice heard and deliver the punishment that the Democrats have coming for all the things that we have felt over the last 2 years. But the content that we're going to talk about on this episode is all about CNN letting the cat out of the bag. I guess you can only hold the line so long until eventually you have to worry about your self-preservation. Everything is linked in the description box below. This article tears the Democrats asunder on the eve of the election. Like I said, I can't wait to hear what you guys think about this one. I'm going to say a quick word from our sponsor, Established Titles, who made this content possible, and then we're going to dive in, and I can't wait to see you on the other side. The Established Title Packs give you 1 square foot of dedicated land in an estate in Edelston, Scotland, along with a certified crest like you see right here. This is based on a historic Scottish custom which will allow landowners to become lords or ladies, and if you act now, you can be in the LOA little plot so we can have our own little fiefdom. This is a fun and novel way to preserve the woodlands of Scotland. They work with global charities, One Tree Planted and Trees for Our Future to support global reforestation efforts. You could officially change your name to Lord or Lady and get it on your plane tickets and also on your credit cards. This makes a great last minute gift, and they have couple packs which you can get adjoining plots of land together. In order to give the ultimate conversation piece for that special someone, Established Titles is running a massive sale right now. Plus, if you use the code Langley, you get an additional 10% off. Go to establishedtitles.com/Langley to support the channel now. All right, brothers and sisters, as I mentioned, this article coming from CNN, the center of the Democratic mouthpiece in the media, they are throwing them under the bus so hard, and they are trying to save face. Check this out. Make sure you vote and send this home and make this fear that I'm about to show you a reality. Check this out. All right, let's get it. Democrats confront their nightmare scenario on election eve as economic concerns overshadow abortion and democracy worries. You know, if they had been watching this channel, they would have known that that was not going to carry them the whole way through, because we've been analyzing this so deeply for our gun rights every single weekend. And make sure that you tune in tonight for the live stream celebration of everything that's going to be going on in our little watch party, because it's going to be a fun night. But let's keep going. I'm going to show you what CNN is saying. Again, every once in a while things get out. CNN. Democrats close their midterm election campaign Monday, facing the nightmare scenario they've always feared, with Republicans staging a gleeful referendum on Joe Biden's struggling presidency and failure to tame inflation. Not wrong. Hopes that Democrats could use the Supreme Court's overturning of the right to an abortion and a flurry of legislative wins to stave off the classic midterm election route of a party in power are now a memory. Biden faces a dark political environment because of the 40-year high in the cost of living, and his hopes of a swift rebound next year are clouded by growing fears of a recession. They've dropped all pretense. They are flat out saying what's the real economic conditions, the real political conditions on the ground. Make sure you vote and make this a reality. All right, let's keep going. On the eve of the election, Democrats risk losing control of the House of Representatives, and Republicans are increasingly hopeful of a Senate majority that would leave Biden under siege as he begins his re-election bid. Oh, that's so funny. And with ex-President Donald Trump apparently set to announce his own campaign for a White House return within days. The walls are closing in. Biden's going to be re-announcing for his re-election. Ha! Democrats aren't going to let that happen after today. And now everything is falling apart. Isn't it interesting how they've been gaslighting you for 6 months? Again, I try to dive into the truth on this channel, and we're starting to see it finally. It's too early for postmortems. It sounds kind of like you're doing a postmortem already, brah. 40 million Americans have already voted, and the uncertainty baked into modern polling means no one can be sure a red wave is coming. Isn't it funny how when the polling goes against the Democrats and against CNN's wishes and desires, all of a sudden the polling is flawed? Isn't it interesting? I think that's interesting. Democrats could still cling on to the Senate even if the House falls. They're not going to cling on to the Senate, but we'll talk about that later. But the way each side is talking on election eve and the swath of blue territory from New York to Washington state that Democrats are defending offer a clear picture of GOP momentum. Again, we covered that on this channel. Don't ever listen to what they're telling you. Look at what they're doing. This is what they're saying in the CNN article as well. Let's keep going because it's getting worse. Here come the Democratic pundits throwing them under the bus. Hillary Rosen, a long-term Democratic consultant, said on the same show that her party had misjudged the mood of the electorate. No, stop, tell me more. Quote, I'm a loyal Democrat, but I am not happy. I just think that we did not listen to voters in this election, and I think we're going to have a bad night, Rosen told CNN's Dana Bash. Dana Bash is an apologist for the Democrats. That's like telling her, I don't even know, throwing holy water on her or something. This is not a good thing for a Democrat to be saying that on CNN. Let's keep going. She's got something else to say. This is important. Quote, and this conversation is not going to have much impact on Tuesday. Translation, Tuesday's done. But I hope it has impact going forward, because when voters tell you over and over and over again that they care mostly about the economy, listen to them. Stop talking about democracy being at stake. This is a Democratic strategist, a loyal Democrat. The things that they put emphasis on in this midterm election in the run-up were not where the electorate was. They were ignoring basic common sense definitions of things like recession, ignoring economic inflation woes, ignoring everything because their arrogance and their elitism was allowing them to drive. And they're about to be punished today. Get out and vote and make this a reality. One last thing, then we're going to go into our day. In retrospect, it appears Democrats were slow to recognize that a favorable period over the summer, spurred by falling gasoline prices and a hot streak for the president in passing legislation, wouldn't last long enough to compensate for a ruinous political environment caused by the economy, which was directly caused by his policies and his party's abusive spending. This is incredibly important to understand because this is bigger than just one-off instances. This is an entire electorate mood, an entire electorate trend and wave that we've been following on this channel so deeply. Make sure you get out and vote. Take nothing for granted. Pour it on and make them remember this forever. That's what I've got for you. I will see you tonight at the 7 p.m. live stream, and I will look forward to spending tonight with you in the celebration party.